warrior, once again coming to you from undisclosed location, so bear with me with the noise, with the airplanes. You might hear trains, trucks, horns, who knows. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe to our channel, Lynn's Warriors. It really costs nothing. It helps us tremendously. As I always say, get on the highway, the super highway of algorithms for YouTube, and we want the information we provide and what we do to resonate with you so that you'll take it into your home and into your community so we can keep our kids safe, our family safe, all of us safe. Today I want to talk about something that's been really bothering me for about, almost 48 hours now. I was part of a meeting in D.C. on Friday, okay, and our great friends at Issue One is the name of the organization, the company. And what they do is they bring forth every quarter how much big tech is spending on lobbyists on Capitol Hill. This warrants my putting on glasses to tell you about this. So bear with me. I want to get my facts straight because right off the top of my head, the figure is $230,000 plus each and every day on Capitol Hill on lobbyists to fight child safety legislation, to get in the ears of our senators, our congresspeople, our legislative aides and staff, and all the policy people on Capitol Hill, and tell them why they can change the world, why they need all of this big tech, why we, why our kids, and they are in their ears. Did you hear what I said? $230,000 plus per day. So let's review this as I put the glasses on. Okay, it's very simple. They're buying power, they're buying influence. Everybody wants to work with big tech when they leave Congress, pretty much everybody, because that's where the power and the money is these days, and I always say that, right? And we at the Warriors and other great organizations, individuals, advocates, just don't have that kind of money to have lobbyists on Capitol Hill. And understand something, they're in the ear, right? I didn't know this till I started working in Washington several years back, but I always thought, the senators, the Congress people, that they, when they voted, right, like they knew the issues, they researched, but then I learned they'll be walking to a vote and their aide or policy person or lawyer they have in the office will advise them, because I heard it a couple of times over and over in the beginning. How should I vote? How should I vote? So they didn't even know the issues. Then when I questioned this, I was told, well, they have so many things to vote on, they can't possibly study up or know. Really? Then don't be in Congress. I'm sorry. I'm not a congressperson, nor do I want to be one, but why are you there if you're asking somebody else? I wouldn't mind a little brainstorming on the way to a vote kind of thing, a little debate, but not understanding any of the issues, and the answer always being, I was told, well, they have so many things to vote on and they're overwhelmed. Not a good enough answer. But let's get back to Issue 1 and their great report that just came out. Now let's see. This is just really, get ready for this one. Between April and June of this year, okay? April, May, June. It's 3 months. I'm sorry, I'm just being distracted. But anyway, between April, May, and June, big tech spent, get ready, sit down if you're not sitting down, $41.8 million on lobbying, okay? I can almost not say that, over $40 million on lobbying for 3 months, okay? This is TikTok. This was not on the last report, but 11 of the largest technology, social media, artificial intelligence, that's AI, everybody, AI companies, along with their leading trade associations, spent a combined $41.8 million lobbying the federal government between January and June. Yikes. An average of more than $230,000 per day, as I told you. That's roughly, get ready, $3.7 million or 10% from the $38 million spent by these same entities during the first 6 months of 2025. I can't even keep up with these figures. And just 4 years ago, as our great friends at Issue One, who do all this incredible research work, really get to the bottom of it, Yeah, 4 years ago, major AI players, right? Because we didn't have the AI. We weren't talking about Anthropic then, Open AI. They didn't have any federal lobbyists. So this kind of thing is all new. So they're pouring. Why is big tech pouring millions of dollars into lobbying, campaign spending, political influence, and tech? You know, it's the wealthiest of the wealthy and most powerful executives, and they're all cashing in. And they have secured extraordinary access right now in the administration and on Capitol Hill. I mean, that is it right now. They spend more. I'm going to say they are the biggest lobbyists. Don't hold me to it because I'm not an expert on all of this, but you may hear about other lobbyists. I'm going to say right now, used to hear, pharmaceutical, used to hear tobacco, all that stuff. But you know what? This is it. This is AI. This is big tech. This is all the social media companies. And a lot of people in Washington right now are making a lot of money off of all of this. Listen, the American public deserves transparency. They deserve guardrails. They deserve integrity. Again, we at the Warriors do not want to be the morality police, but this is just out of control. And all of this is being shaped by these backroom deals and special access. So we have right now something at the White House called the Artificial Intelligence Advisory Council. I don't even really know what they do. I'm sorry to say that. I know what they do. They do things in their own interest to benefit them, not the American families and children, okay? But this access has brought, protection along with it, because we heard that even the administration intervened to keep Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if it's true or not, but we heard to keep Mark Zuckerberg from testifying in an upcoming hearing that was supposed to be July, this month, actually. And so, what are we going to say about all of this? Meta, which is Mark Zuckerberg, which is Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp, continues to rule the roost, laugh in our faces, on record saying he doesn't allow his own kids to go on social media, but it's good enough for our kids and our grandkids. And again, all of this is bipartisan. I like to throw that in because we at the Warriors, we do not belong to a political party. This is about being an American. We also are pro-technology and pro-innovation. We work with plenty of ethical technologists who can create guardrails. But here's the thing. I want to understand why, and I never do, why is it put on us? Why is it put on families? Yes, indeed, parents must step up. You buy a device. We've been warning you for years now. You have a duty of care to protect your child, to put on those guardrails yourself, to talk to your children, to educate yourself about what this all is, okay? Now, that being said, why isn't big tech held accountable? We have plenty of proof right now. We've got the whistleblowers, we've got the internal memos, we've got the lawsuits, 2 lawsuits recently in New Mexico and California. One, product design liability type thing, which, right? And so, can't they put out a product with reasonable safety measures? But they're allowed to get away with this. Why? Why is it the only business where there's no regulation? Why are they allowed to make so much money off of all of us? I like to say we've got the seat belts, we've got the bicycle helmets, we had opioid campaigns, we had all kinds of campaigns come out of past administrations. I really think this is something that is a combination of the White House coming together with HHS, Health and Human Services, and putting out a nationwide campaign about child safety. I see a few people, maybe they're listening to the Warriors. I'll just throw that in because too many coincidences lately. But a couple in Washington, just today and yesterday, started speaking about what I'm exactly speaking about. So if they can spend this kind of money that other groups, organizations, advocates cannot match in any way, shape, or form, they are buying power and influence. So what can you do? Stay in your lane, be safe in your own home, talk to your kids, talk to your grandkids. If you buy a device, know about it, know what games and apps and what the kids are doing. Find out in school. It's a great time this summer when the kids aren't in school to kind of get into the conversations, nothing heavy-handed. It's a daily conversation like, we eat, we brush our teeth, we wake up, we go, whatever we're doing, we go to camp, we go to work, you got to have a big tech kind of conversation in your home. So join us at the Warriors. Make sure you're following along. I don't feel like I believe in my lifetime, in your lifetime, this is the changing of the world. This is the changing of America. We've never quite faced anything like this with artificial intelligence. And the American public is pushing back. 82% in a recent survey said they do not want it in the classrooms. They do not want these AI data centers in their neighborhoods. And you know what? That tells us a lot. If it's 82%, you know the number's higher. That's what's reported, 82%. So come together, be aware, but protect our precious children. Because after all, our kids deserve to grow up in a safe environment, in a free environment, and not be some sort of slave to the keyboards. That means getting involved in your schools, finding out what they're doing with AI, what they're doing, get them off the Chromebooks. There's the pencil to paper program where you have every right to, they may fight you on this, but you have every right in your schools to ask for, we don't want the Chromebook, okay? Government issued Chromebook, I'll leave it at that for another program. We want paper, pencils, pens, back to textbooks, and a package of our assignments for the week, and that's how we want to operate. The power's in your hands. You just have to have the information, the wherewithal, and get together with some of your friends, neighbors, family members. It's always easier when there's more than just yourself. Follow along. We'll be back in New York sometime, we think, next week. We're way across the country right now. We have a lot of great interviews lined up for the month of August, and then I'll be back to school, back to the fun, back to everything. Thanks, warriors. Thank you always for listening, because I truly, we talk about Washington a lot, and that's where we do have legislation and policy, and that's what does matter eventually, even with all the red tape. However, the most important work we do at the Warriors is in the community. That is our hashtag, Community Creates Change. So join us. I'll put some stuff in the body of this video. Follow along. Don't be scared. Be aware. And when you wake up each and every day, go out and be a warrior.